Superintendent, thanks for being with us. I appreciate it. So we have new school year. The first thing I want to talk to you about is traffic. We've all seen the numbers of kids hurt and injured on these e-devices. What do you think CCSD can do this year to deal with that? I mean, we just keep seeing the injuries going up and more people seem to be buying these things. What can be done, if anything?
Information out to the community, to parents. When they buy an e-bike, an e-scooter, e-bike, whatever it is, that they make sure that the children have helmets, number one, that are rated for riding on an e-bike. We've been out to the hospitals and asked them, what have you seen? They need to make sure that it's not just a bike helmet, because this is a whole nother speed with which they're moving. Number two is not only working with the parents, but the children themselves, that they understand, they're not used to moving that fast, that they understand the road safety, that they're aware of their surroundings, that they're fully paying attention to being on the road. I mean, it is, well, you know this, it's a much different device. It's moving at a high speed, and we all need to be cognizant of what is transpiring around us. And they're not the only person. They're, the cars that are 2 tons that are moving down the road. We need to all be cognizant of what is transpiring. Very happy that we worked with the community on the school traffic safety report. And so all of us as community working together, I think, is moving in the right direction.
Do we need any more CCSD police officers? Are we staffed enough to kind of deal with this, or do we need more?
Well, we need to work more collaboratively with Metro, right? The streets we do have our own traffic unit. Sure, if you're offering more officers, we will take them, but we need to use the officers that we have strategically, and quite frankly, we need people to slow down around our schools. People need to be aware of the rules of the road. They need to slow down, and we wouldn't need more officers.
Let me talk about falling enrollment and funding. What, if impact, will there be for students and staff this year because of that issue?
So we've already adjusted. Back in February, we make a determination, we make the projections on the number of students that we have. So that's already been taken care of in February. The staffing, we're 99% staffed, only 150 vacancies. Really excited about that. Teachers returning to the classroom that they've had. Students, class sizes, at the elementary level, they're in the 20s, which we're excited about. So it's all moving in the right direction. We've taken care of those issues. What I think is all of us, we need to watch is into the future. What does it look like 5 years down the road? Are we going to need to hire more staff, or do we have the staff that we need? We have a lot of people that are eligible for retirement, and that's, people were asking us this last year, how is that going to turn out? No licensed educator lost their job. We were able to place everyone within the system, and we hired over 400 new teachers as well.
So have you accounted for basically the funding enrollment issue? Would we ever have to cut in the future 2-3 years down the road?
We may, and that's what we'll continue to track. Our job is to get our students back that have left. So we have It's Your Choice. Right now, if families are not aware, they can choose a school that is not within their zone. If it's a 1 or 2-star school and they're going to a 3, 4, or 5-star school, we were honored to receive a grant from the state, so families can be compensated up to $1,000 for transporting their own child.
I heard from one person, a single mom, was having troubles with that. Are you seeing any issues, or how does it seem to be going?
We actually have had about 17,000 access already. So I believe there's a link on the website or a number to call as well, and we'll help them get through the process. It is open until August 21st, Friday, August 21st.
Anything parents need to know about that? Anything you can tell them that would help them, or if they're running into issues?
Yeah, that we're here to help. So, it's probably an individual issue. If they really want one-to-one to support, my recommendation is go to their neighborhood school. Our staff is already there in the school buildings, and they can help them get through the process.
Let me back up one thing. You mentioned cuts maybe down the road. We would have to do that. I think that's always an issue for new people coming in. Do they want to rebuild? Or relocate here and then find out later they may not have a job? What do you say to people, teachers who are maybe thinking about coming here but hear about possible cuts?
Yeah, we're tracking all those numbers, and those are personal decisions, right? What is your own personal tolerance for that possibly happening. But I was just at Bonanza High School. We're opening a pre-K program there. A young lady moved from New York. She is so excited to be here in her new career in the Clark County School District.
Good, that's good. All right, let me ask real quick, because I know we're into time here. Talking about the destination district, K through 3 literacy proficiency 34.55 in 2025. The goal is over 60% or overall 60% increase. How are you going to do that? What's that going to look like?
So we did not only our destination district strategic plan, but we also had an efficiency study. We had people go into our classrooms and say, great, you're using the Tier 1 instructional materials, but what does the instruction look like? What we found is that our teachers are working very hard, and the children are not working as hard. And so we need to shift from the teacher being the one delivering all the content to the students having the cognitive struggle, that they're actually working through the different processes, problems that they've been given, whether it's there to write a paper or to do math problems, that there is actually the cognitive lift, the struggle with the students. And so that piece, not changing the what teachers are doing in any way, shape, or form, or changing our materials, but how our teachers are working with our students, and that will increase our student achievement.
Let me put the next two kind of as a dual question. The graduation rate, of course, you want to increase that, and the college and career ready diploma. How about those two? What are you doing to meet those goals? Yeah,
so I think it's really important for every single child to see themselves into the future beyond the high school diploma. Right now, we have about over 23,000 children that are graduating, but that's all they've seen so far is just that day after I've got my diploma. They're not thinking, am I going into the workforce? Am I going into the military? Am I going directly to college? So in our destination district strategic plan, 100% of our students will have that next step. And that's critical. It gives them the why and also goals as they are attending schools. Our Northeast Career and Technical Academy has been doing that since it opened. That principal now is going to work with all the other principals within the school district as we create quadrants and making sure that we have welding in every quadrant of our school district, that we have fine and performing arts, not just at the 2 phenomenal schools, but it's accessible across our entire valley.
Let me back up again. Real quick. So the teachers, the vacancies, you really wiped a lot of those away. How did you do that? I mean, we have very few openings right now.
No, it's a combination of people wanting to stay. So we have fewer people leaving the Clark County School District. And then also too, the number of teachers retiring it's kind of flowing together just right. So no teachers this last year lost their job. We were able to hire more teachers and stability across the school district. Our principals have done a phenomenal job welcoming all of their teachers back, lifting them up, and making sure that everyone has the resources they need to do their job.
And then last question, I asked you this a while ago, and I asked you to grade yourself. You said A, B. This has been a while now, so where are we at now if you had to give yourself a grade?
Yeah, I B plus, A minus. Okay. It is, when we look back at this year, raising the number of graduates, bringing the community together around the traffic safety, that was huge. Our strategic plan, our efficiency study, being more efficient with the dollars that we have and driving them to the classroom. This entire team has been phenomenal to work with. The School Board of Trustees, watching the meetings, hopefully you've seen, they've been coming together as a team, everybody working together on behalf of our students. Partnerships. Our partnerships with the Raiders, and just within 48 hours, the Desert Dogs came to the table and said, hey, how can we work together? And I'm really proud of the partnerships and us as a district saying, this is what we need your support with. And then people saying, okay, great, let's support you. So we need more of that.
Okay, that's it. Thank you.